you ever want to do forestry, but the equipment seemed like cost prohibitive? What if I could show you a way you could play with all that expensive equipment and just see how you liked it? Let's take a look, because you can. Okay, this is a forestry map. You're going to start here. It's at the shop, and it's a typical shop that you've seen before. Nothing big about that, but let's take a look at the equipment you're going to get. By the way, over here you have a place to get your vehicles worked on, and you have quite a bit of stuff. You've got about $4.4 million worth of stuff. Let's take a look. Okay, we'll look at the menu too of some of this. But you got the big Hannibal here, and what that's for is for very large trees, up to 120 centimeters. Okay, it's not your day-to-day operation. And over here you got the Komatsu tree harvester, and it's got winter tires on there. Of course, you could change that, but that's handy in the snow, especially here. I'm going to show you some of the terrain over there, and it's steep, so you need that. You got a large Fendt 942 here with 415 horsepower, and on the front it has the largest mulcher. Like I say, we're going to look at the menu with some of this equipment in a minute. You've got a telehandler, the Cinnabogan 340G, okay, and it has a pallet fork. You'll see why you got that in a minute. You've got the Rotney log transporter with the crane. This is an awesome piece of gear here. That's your day-to-day tree hauler there. You got two Volvo semis with 500 horsepower. This one has a log trailer behind it. And this one has a transporter for some of your gear, so you can transport it through these mountainous roads. You got this John Deere single or double small tree harvester. I think it goes up to like 58 centimeters. We'll take a look at the specs in a minute. You got this large Volvo excavator. You can grab some trees with that thing. It also has an attachment I'll show you in a minute. So you might want to, once you clear a lot of trees, you might want to replant some. And you got this large Volvo gizmo that grabs trees. Look at that thing. That's a monster. That's so cool. All right, you do have some farming equipment. Yeah, the Massey Ferguson 7360. It's not the base Massey Ferguson. It's one up. It's almost the same. It's got a little more horsepower, holds 8,600 liters instead of 8,000. And it comes, you can get it with a corn header, which you have here, because it has a little more horsepower. And it's got a 7.6 meter header that goes with that. You got the 12 cubic meter crampy trailer. You've got a concedor. You need 270 horsepower for that, but you have that because you got a large tractor here. And you got this horse planter. And you got the Massey Ferguson 9S 425 with 425 horsepower. And you got this small cone shallow cultivator, which is a pretty good one. Over here you have your humble abode, your little single wide where you go to sleep. But you have a lot of land right here, so you can always rebuild that later to a nicer place once you get some money going. And you got another storage shed here for your equipment. Let me show you on the map what you own, because you do have some productions too. Okay, this is the farmland you own, so this other end down here where most of your gear is, you don't own that. But you could purchase that for $120,000. That's not too bad. That's not too bad for 132 acres of land. So that's a bargain. So if you want to play around with some forestry, you're in the right place. I went ahead and just borrowed a little bit of money and purchased that because I could start cutting the trees all along here. Because they started and so like, you don't own that tree. So I bought that. And up here you have the sawmill, and you actually own the sawmill, but you don't own the land around it. So keep in mind, if you drag a tree up there and try to cut it up here on this land, since you don't own the land, it's not going to let you cut the tree. Okay, something to think about. But you could purchase this land too for $242,000. Now you do have a couple of fields, and you only own the field area itself. You have one here with sunflowers in it. It's ready to harvest. And then you have another one here that has been harvested and it's ready to be cultivated. So you can get that going. We'll hop up here in a minute. You have the biomass heating plant, and then there's some gas up there, a gas station, which is handy. And the sawmill. Now you do own the sawmill. If you go to Productions, there's nothing else on the map, but you do own that. So right away you can start cutting trees and taking them up there and making a profit. So that's pretty cool. All right, so look at all your gear. Isn't that incredible? That's pretty cool right there. You got all that gear. All right, let's take a look. There's your other shed there with your farming equipment. So to get to the sawmill, you're going to go up this road. You got some nice water features here. You're not getting a water tank in that, though. It's too steep. But it looks cool. You could fish in it. Okay, there's your gas station, the sawmill, and then your biogas plant, heating plant. And there you go. Okay, you get some more water over here. Some of these roads, too, are just crazy when you start driving on them. Look at this. Look at this little narrow bridge. Come through this winding road. You got this narrow bridge to cross. That's just nuts. Crazy, crazy. It's pretty fun. I just rode around on some of it for fun just to navigate some of this. And that's crazy. Look at that. Twisting and winding. It's like a mountain road. Okay. Look at this one. This one's surrounded. It's like cut through the mountain. You can't take anything wide in there. Okay, over here on the northeast corner of the map, this is where we are. Up here, you have a section of these wood chips. It's a pile of wood chips. So if you buy this, you can haul those to the market there, the sawmill, and sell those. So let's see. This corner of the map is 216,000 bucks. You get a lot of area though, 237 acres of trees. The terrain's kind of rough, but you do get that pile of wood chips too that you can take to the market. So that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. All right, check out this road here that comes up here and winds along this cliff. It's got this little bridge. This is incredible. That's just crazy. Crazy, crazy. So it's kind of cool just to get in your truck and ride around this thing. Some of these little bridges, little narrow roads. And that looks like more wood chips. And there you go. So there's a couple of them you can purchase. That one's about the same, 200 grand. And we're going to go back this way and you're going to see where we started there. So check it out. If you want a chance to play with all this forestry equipment, you might like this map. By the way, the name is Brown Pine Ridge. Brown Pine Ridge. It is a forestry map. And like I said, it has those two fields. You could clear some land and put some other fields in there, I guess. But that's it. It's mainly about forestry. And you have all this equipment. I played this, and some of this equipment I haven't tried before. So it was really neat to get an opportunity to play with some of that. And that was pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So that's it. I'm Farmer Teacher. Share this with your farming buddies. They might be interested in forestry too. I'll see you on the next go round. Bye-bye.